Live from KSAT 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
A disturbing trend that isn't going away. KSAT investigates the real-life consequences that come with threatening a school.
The celebration finally coming to fruition. From the moment fans saw the silver and black win the #1 pick in the NBA draft, we have been waiting. Tomorrow night, the Spurs will likely draft French superstar Victor Wembanyama. How he's already being embraced by the city.
But we're going to start with this developing story. A scene right now on I-10 and Huebner right now at this hour. The eastbound lanes that you see all the way to your right, that's where you see just not a lot. Well, there's traffic moving. It's just not a lot. That's all because of a chemical spill that happened just a little while ago.
Yeah, just one lane open right now. All this according to TxDOT. There are no reports of any injuries in all of this. Right now, all vehicles being diverted to the Wurzbach exit. Stay with us online at KSAT.com and on air, of course, for updates on this situation.
So this is something that we're seeing a lot more of, and that's violent threats against schools.
FBI data shows those threats increased by 60% between 2021 and 2022. So what happens when a student makes a threat?
KSAT investigates Dylan Collier explains the real-life consequences that follow.
I think that the situation got way out of hand.
Shelly Quinn's 12-year-old son has Asperger's syndrome, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and according to school records reviewed by KSAT Investigates, has been a target of bullies for much of his academic life. He had been enrolled at the School of Science and Technology Hill Country less than a week, when in late March, Quinn got a call from the vice principal,
telling us that we needed to come get our son, that he had stated that he had a gun in his locker.
By the time San Antonio police showed up, the allegations had morphed dramatically, including claims that days earlier the child referenced the Nashville school shooting, which occurred the same week, that he also had knives, bullets, and magazines, said he was the son of Satan, and had attempted to recruit classmates to help him kill other students. Days later, Quinn says deputy U.S. Marshals and Medina County Sheriff's deputies arrived at her property before sunrise with a felony warrant for her son's arrest.
Full-on gear, bulletproof vest, rifles, flashlights. They wanted to go barge down into his room and wake him up, and I begged them to let me go do it.
While many San Antonio sixth graders were wrapping up their final week of school, the child was in Bexar County Juvenile Court for a mandatory appearance. His trial for making a terroristic threat tentatively scheduled for late next month. Quinn says the ordeal, although caused by her son, has made him terrified for his future.
What is your response then to people who are going to see this and say, well, he threatened classmates, no matter what kind of threat it was, he gets what's coming to him?
My husband and I are very understanding in the situation. We know the severity of what happened. We don't condone it. We understand it. We're compassionate towards it.
The Bexar County District Attorney's Office declined to comment on the criminal case because the boy is a minor. A spokeswoman for the School of Science and Technology Hill Country confirmed that Quinn withdrew her son before he could be formally expelled, but that he is not welcome back on campus. For KSAT Investigates, I'm Dylan Collier.
Now we're going to turn to the scorching temperatures.
Yeah, meteorologist Sarah Spivey joins us tonight with more. It's the temperatures. We had some storms and rain in our area tonight, Sarah, as well.
Yeah, honestly, those showers and storms allowed for us to cool down. We got up to 105, but then when the storms moved through, temperatures dropped into the 80s. Take a look at your screen right now. The leftovers of these storms are pushing into Cuero and into Victoria. Still some severe weather there with quarter-sized hail possible, but this was a light show earlier around San Antonio. Plenty of thunder, plenty of lightning, some light to moderate rain, though, around the Alamo City. And as we look at today's rain and temperatures, take a look at this. Most of the day was totally sunny and hot, but by about 4 or 5 p.m., that's when storms developed in the Hill Country. We got some clouds, and then those storms moved moved into San Antonio with, again, just some thunder and lightning and some light to moderate rain. Take a look at what happened to temperatures. We warmed up to 105 around San Antonio, but as soon as that rain moved through, it allowed for temperatures to plummet. Now, here's the thing. There's a chance, once again, tomorrow night for some rain cooling air. It's a small chance, but the chance is there. Otherwise, hot and humid. I've got a look at today's peak heat index values and what you can expect as we head to the end of the week. Coming up, Steve.
See you in a few minutes. Thank you, Sarah. Well, new on the Nightbeat, firefighters believe a lightning strike to blame for sparking a house fire. It happened about 7:30 tonight at Barton Rock Lane. That's not far from O'Connor Road. Luckily, no one was hurt. The Red Cross is helping this family out because it looks like they're not going to get back into that house tonight. The family says damages are said to be around $85,000.
He's going to prison for the rest of his life. We're talking about this man, Brian Ontiveros. A jury decided that punishment today after deliberating for about an hour. Last Friday, they convicted him of killing Marissa Jernigan in 2019. Ontiveros was on the run for about 3 years before he was arrested in Mexico last March.
San Antonio police are releasing photos of these two women arrested in connection to the disappearance of a 7-year-old girl on Monday night. 21-year-old Nia O'Donnell and 34-year-old Nikki Garcia, both facing kidnapping charges after police say the pair took Amariana Benavides Monday night, triggering an Amber Alert across the state. That Amber Alert discontinued hours later after the child was found safe at a nearby hospital. Police say O'Donnell and Garcia have some sort of acquaintance with the little girl, but they haven't given any specifics. The police department's still investigating this incident.
Now, we've all been talking about this. The desperate search continues tonight for those 5 people inside that tourist submarine that's lost in the Atlantic. Contact between the sub and the ship that it departed from was lost about 90 minutes into its journey to the Titanic's wreckage. And now crews are racing to finish this rescue mission before it becomes a recovery.
Yeah, rescue officials say less than a day's worth of oxygen left inside the 22-foot-long submersible. Today, the U.S. Coast Guard focusing their messaging on the international call to action. 5 different ships right now are searching. 5 more expected tomorrow with simultaneous help from planes and below the surface. It's below the surface vehicles. It's a search area that's now twice the size of Connecticut, almost 3 miles deep. Crews picked up sonar noises yesterday and Monday, but there's still no concrete answer about where those noises came from.
I can't tell you what the noises are, but what I can tell you is, and I think this is the most important point, we're searching where the noises are, and that's all we can do at this point.
Those additional ships we were talking about, they're scheduled to arrive around the time the submersible could run out of oxygen tomorrow. The Titan must be found, brought to the surface, and unsealed before then.
Now back here at home, Governor Greg Abbott's storm disaster declaration has been updated to include counties in northeast Texas affected by a recent stretch of severe weather. Morris and Shelby counties. Those are the ones that were added to the list after severe storms rolled through that area last week. Several state agencies like the Division of Emergency Management and the Department of Transportation are being sent to those areas to help with recovery efforts.
Right now on our website, Texas State Senator Angela Paxton, the wife of Attorney General Ken Paxton, barred from voting in the impeachment trial that could lead to her husband's permanent removal from office. The Republican-controlled Senate making that decision tonight. You can read more about it right now on KSAT.com.
All right, switching gears here, let's go back to May 16th. A very happy day, right? That was the day that the Spurs won the NBA draft lottery, which gave them the rights to draft Victor Wembanyama. Now, scouts are, of course, calling him generational talent.
Boy, was it great for the city, too. Murals and jerseys were being made in Wemby's honor before the Silver and Black even won the jackpot. And as the night team's John Paul Barajas reports, the hype around the French phenom has only grown ahead of the draft tomorrow night.
Pure pandemonium. An NBA draft lottery washing away years of losing seasons with the hope of drafting one player.
Victor Wembanyama, Victor Wembanyama, Victor Wembanyama.
When the Spurs are doing good, like the city is doing good, you know, the morale is crazy lifted when like the Spurs are killing it. So having him.
The city is up and so are the tributes to Victor Wembanyama.
So many emotions today.
And they come in all forms, like this 18 by 18 foot cutout of the 7'3" basketball phenom that's sending ticket sales soaring.
Season ticket holder for many years, and bought again this year because they got Wemby back.
And his highly anticipated arrival isn't just filling up seats at the AT&T Center, but also pints at local bars, driving much needed business back up.
Trying to do interesting things to get people to come back. So Wembanyama is just the icing on the cake.
And Jody Bailey Newman, owner of the Friendly Spot, isn't just happy for business.
And you said you're a big Spurs fan yourself. We couldn't tell by the jersey. We check out the jersey a little bit?
Yeah.
So this is brand new.
Yeah.
Just got it. This is the first time wearing it as well?
Yes. Just took the tags off.
So that's a KSAT exclusive.
Yes.
And yes, for now, Wemby Mania is just hype. But even Coach Pop is said to have stopped by and share his excitement.
He said he's humble, hardworking, good kid. I got to meet one of the greatest coaches ever. Like, it's freaking cool, man.
And you know what else is pretty cool? The fact that as excited as we are to have Wemby coming to San Antonio, he's just as excited to come here thanks to another French superstar in Tony Parker. And if you want to take part in Wemby Mania, we have a full list of watch parties for tomorrow's draft on our website, KSAT.com. And coming up a little later on the Nightbeat, Larry Ramirez will bring us a report from Brooklyn, where the NBA draft is going to be held tomorrow night. Steve, Stephanie?
Thank you, John Paul. And of course, I'm going to be live at the AT&T Center tomorrow, so that'll be a great viewing party. Americana for a Cause, I want to tell you all about it. They've been doing it for 25 years now, and Comal County charities are the better for it. Bruce Robeson, Randy Rogers, Hayes Carl, Kelly McGwee. There were just a few of the performers at the Americana Music Jam at Green Hall in May. Today, a $67,400 check given to Connections Individual and Family Services. KNBT, Radio New Braunfels, puts on the all-day music fest. They've been doing it from the beginning. They draw top artists from around the country. Reckless Kelly played this year. So many great artists at a great venue. Radio New Braunfels has raised almost $1.5 million for local charities through the Americana Music Jam, and they gave out that big check today.
Wow, props to them. Okay, so we're not all excited about this because we have been feeling it, the extreme heat, making people adjust the way they work. In fact, one local lawn care company is still getting the job done, pretty impressive, under these very intense conditions.
All right, I'm guessing there's pretty much universal agreement on this thing. It's hot, stifling even. But imagine having to work outside in the heat no matter what, like lawn care companies.
Yeah, the night team's Avery Everett spent the day with two companies changing their schedules because they want to stay safe in these extreme temperatures.
So this is one of our bigger lawns.
The 9 to 5 is no more for Macario Brothers Lawn Care.
We started coming in earlier.
With the temperatures heating up, Douglas Macario says his team is trying to keep cool while keeping the business open.
Can't let it stop us. Yeah, it's like way hotter now, like in June, versus last year I think it was like towards middle, end of July.
He says the summer is straining, and it's businesses like his that have to beat the heat. But he says it's hard, oftentimes cutting hours and sending his workers home. Right down the street, Bonita Landscaping sees a similar scene.
Heat has gone up, and this is only the start of it. Our schedule does change a lot. We go out early, we come in earlier.
She says water breaks are irregular.
We just go and we get what we need.
And so is stopping a job early if staff doesn't feel safe.
We would never take that away.
The summer only just started.
Right now, like maybe like freak out a little bit, but like I've gotten past 7 other summers, so I mean we'll get through this one too.
But as changes come from the Macario brothers, he says business is coming too. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Yeah, you got to feel bad for those people. I mean, there's just no relief. And by the way, you're looking at the temperature. You saw the temperature just there. It said 72 degrees. Our meteorologist, Sarah Spivey, actually says it's more like 80 degrees right now. The other thing that we were talking about are storms.
Yeah, you know, I'll take 80 though over 105.
Oh yeah.
Which is where we were during the peak heat of the day today. Yeah, we got up to 105. We also recorded a trace amount of rain at the airport. It's not every day that you get that hot and get a little bit of rain, and that's exactly what happened today for us. Take a look at the highs around KSAT 12 viewing area. 103 in Pleasanton, 107 in Kerrville, 109 in Rock Springs. Here's the doozy, 115 in Del Rio. That is the all-time record high for Del Rio, beating yesterday, 113, which was the all-time record high. Records in Del Rio, by the way, go back all the way to 1906. So that is a long record to break, and 115 was the high in Del Rio. Here's how it feels out there right now, though. It's only 80 degrees in San Antonio. You'll notice that it's even in the 70s in some places around south central Texas. It's still 100 in Port Cotulla, 101 in Laredo. Now, the reason why we were able to see temperatures go down so quickly, you know it. We got some rain around San Antonio today. And in fact, there's a few showers that have popped up around San Antonio again. But the main area of storms is right here pushing into Victoria. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the lightning. You can see that there's still a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for DeWitt and parts of Lavaca County as well as Victoria County till 10:30. This storm is weakening, but it is still capable of producing gusty winds and maybe even some nickel-sized hail. Meanwhile, let's go back around San Antonio. I'm going to turn on the lightning again. So there was some flashes of lightning around Seguin, but that is dissipated. Meanwhile, we've got a shower occurring right now just inside Loop 410 on south of Highway 90 nearer to Lackland and near Palo Alto College. There is entirely the chance overnight that we'll have a few pop-up isolated showers, maybe even a rumble of thunder or two, but our severe weather threat is over for the overnight hours. However, I do want to bring your attention to this cluster of storms that's up there just to south of the Panhandle. We're going to be watching this carefully as it moves south overnight to see if it can make it to the San Antonio metro area in the pre-dawn hours. Chances of that are pretty low, but it is something we're going to be keeping our eyes on later on tonight. So why were we able to see any rain today? Well, that's because this bully of a heat high has moved just enough off to the west to open up the atmosphere to a few storms. This is the same setup that we're going to see tomorrow and on Friday. So in the evening tomorrow, there is a chance, only 30%, that those storms could make it to San Antonio, but there is a chance for more rain cooling air. Of course, we'll have to keep an eye on severe weather. It's just going to be so hot that the atmosphere is going to have so much fuel to produce storms. Just like we did tonight, we're going to keep an eye on things tomorrow night and Friday night for you as well. But generally, again, the heat is going to be the main story. There's that small sliver of a chance for some storms early tomorrow if those storms can hold together from the Panhandle. Otherwise, it's going to be hot quickly. We're going to see mostly sunny skies by noon. It'll be 91, feeling like 105 already by noon. And then in the afternoon tomorrow, it'll be 5 degrees cooler, but it's still going to feel like 113 tomorrow in the afternoon during the peak heat of the day. And it's after 5-6 that we'll keep our eye on the radar for those storms again, see if they can develop and cool us down. Otherwise, get used to that high heat index value tomorrow, feeling anywhere from 107 to 113 around the San Antonio metro area. And that forecast is just going to stay hot. We have that small sliver of a chance for storms tomorrow night and Friday night, but then that heat high, it moves directly overhead, takes out all of our chances for rain. At least the humidity comes down a little bit into early next week. But guys, this is an early heat wave that's going to be with us well into next week.
Thank you.
All right, 30% chance, I'll take that. Because it was just what?
Something.
A month ago, we only had a 13% chance of getting the #1 pick in the NBA draft.
There you go.
Look how that played out.
How we ended up.
Yeah.
How things changed from one day to the next. And Steve, Stephanie, we are now officially here. The countdown is on to the NBA draft. And today, we heard from French phenom Victor Wembanyama. So in less than 24 hours, the Spurs will have this franchise-changing player in silver and black. Find out what he had to say about his time so far in the States. Plus, what does Wemby do to get ready for game day? We'll show you his unique approach to the warm-ups and why he says that he'll be ready for the NBA grind. Sports is coming up next.
I'm probably gonna try to sneak out at night at some point. I haven't really seen anything yet, so I'm hungry.
All right, hungry to see the city or hungry for a slice of pizza? Probably both here. Victor Wembanyama likes to eat, and in less than 24 hours, Victor Wembanyama will hear his name called at the 2023 NBA Draft. All eyes of the basketball universe is set on Brooklyn, New York, and the focal point of that universe is French superstar Victor Wembanyama. Yeah, I cannot say his name enough. He's been the toast of the town in New York since he landed there on Monday, and today he spoke to the U.S. and French media for the first time in a morning press conference. With more on that, let's check in with Larry Ramirez in Brooklyn.
Yeah, thank you very much. You know, it's windy and cool here in Brooklyn today, and much of the same is expected tomorrow with a chance of showers, but the action inside the Barclays Center behind me will be hot due to the 2023 NBA draft. You know, we were here 1 year ago when the Spurs drafted Jeremy Sohan with the 9th overall pick, followed by Malachi Branham at number 20 and Blake Wesley with the 25th overall selection. This year, the Spurs are expected to draft Victor Wembanyama with that number 1 selection. Today, the 19-year-old, along with the other top prospects, met with the media at the Westin New York Times Square, and he was asked about his dream of playing in the NBA.
Ever since I knew about the draft, exactly how it worked, I wanted to be first. And yeah, I think I started to realize I could be a professional basketball player at the age of probably 12. And yeah, it's just tomorrow something is gonna happen that something that I've been thinking for years and years. So it's I can't really describe how I feel right now, but I just know I'm gonna have trouble sleeping tonight.
Wemby flew from Paris to Newark Liberty International Airport on Monday, where he received a rock star welcome. Last night, he threw out the ceremonial first pitch in the Bronx at Yankee Stadium. You know, that had to be exciting, right? From the Eiffel Tower to the Big Apple, how is Wemby liking his time in New York City?
I'm mad I haven't been really able to just walk in the city, you know, because there's always a lot of people outside the hotel and stuff, so it's hard for me. But yeah, pretty much the only thing I did was take the subway and go to the Yankees game. That was so much fun. But I just know I love the city. I'm probably gonna try to sneak out at night at some point, because I really want to see that city. You know, I want to walk to Times Square and stuff.
You know, I think no matter what time he goes, I feel like Victor is going to get noticed, right? Before coming to America, Victor sat down with GMA anchor Robin Roberts in Paris. And check out this video Robin brings up of Wemby's pregame routine. So is this something we're going to see at the AT&T Center this coming season?
There was something that I read about. You take off your shoes and socks and you crawl.
Having your feet actually connected to the ground is really important as a basketball player, because it gets the feet stronger. If your feet are strong, you can then get better on every other aspect of your body.
You know, a big guy's got to do what a big guy's got to do, right? You know, as far as how he feels fatigue-wise, Wemby says he's in great shape, and he also said today that he does plan to play in the NBA Summer League. That's all from Brooklyn. Back to you in San Antonio.
All right, good stuff from Larry there. The 2023 NBA Draft is tomorrow night, and we will have extended coverage at 5, 6, and 6:30, and then on the Nightbeat. And you can watch the draft and witness Spurs history tomorrow night at 7 right here on KSAT 12. Of course, we'll have live reports from the Barclays Center with Larry Ramirez. Then all of that will begin at 5 o'clock. Coming up, TCU faces Florida in the College World Series. We'll be right back.
And now Anthony Silva. Pulls it in the air, left center field. Shelnutt's on the move, and they can't get there.
San Antonio's own and Clark High School alum Anthony Silva has done everything that he can do for TCU this season. And today, facing number 2 Florida, he brought in the game-tying score in the bottom of the 8th. You saw that right there. But in the top of the 9th, the game tied at 2 with a runner on 3rd and 2 outs. Cade Kirkland reaches on an infield single. The runner comes in to give the Gators the lead. Florida is moving on with a 3-2 win. Congrats to TCU for a great run and a great season. And also congrats to the Mission. They won their division tonight, so they have clinched a berth to the postseason. But of course, guys, all the talk is about Wemby right now, trying to show some love to these other teams, but it's Wemby mania all the time. We're going to be at the AT&T Center.
I was going to say, we're going to be at the AT&T Center viewing party tomorrow, so that should be fun.
It'll be a lot of fun.
I'm curious how many people are going to be there.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. San Antonio's going to show up.
San Antonio's going to be on fire tomorrow. Awesome.
In many ways.
Not literally.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
All right, we still do have some showers and storms, especially southeast of San Antonio. But even in San Antonio, there's a couple of isolated pop-up showers, and a rumble or two is possible overnight, but I do not anticipate any severe weather. So you should be able to rest easy. There is a chance for storms tomorrow night as well, kind of a similar atmospheric setup. But again, the biggest thing, please find a way to stay cool. Hot with highs in the triple digits, heat index values some 5 to 10 degrees above this.
And we had quite the light show tonight with the lightning and all that. Something.
For joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.